everyone. Happy Friday. It's the day after Thanksgiving here in the US and around the world. I think this is known as Black Friday. But I'm here for our weekly Friday crafting live where we have fun, we craft, we chat, and I'm kicking off a new series here on my channel today with this live with something I've wanted to do for a while. I've kind of made reference to it in a couple of places, but I'm super excited. Hello, everyone. I hope if you got the day off from work, you're getting to stay in if that's what you like to do and sit in your jammies, or if you were out bright and early this morning doing your Christmas shopping, I hope you got to do that as well. Maybe I can keep you company while you decorate for Christmas. Whatever you guys are doing, I hope that you are well. So we had a very good Thanksgiving here. It was nice and low key. And I'm just ready to craft and chat with all of you guys. I do want to let you know that a couple of notes before we dive into today's project that I did put in the chat today. I pinned it to the top, but I put my list of Black Friday through Cyber Monday crafty sales and savings. It is on my free Patreon page, but I put a link to it here. So that means anyone can see it. You don't have to be a paid member to see it, but it's just where I have compiled like anything that I have found that I thought you guys might like. So definitely check that out if you're looking for some crafty sales and savings. And who isn't? I have already done my shopping. For me. But maybe you guys are doing the same. The second thing I want to mention, Glassboard Studio, who has so generously gifted me a Glassboard Studio glass mat. I know I did a video for that, the new scrapbook mat here. They are running a fabulous sale. If you use my code Nichol15, you get 20% off of your purchase. With purchases of $150 or more, you get a set of the craft catchers. You can put the color that you want in when you check out, but they will try their best to give you the color that you want, but it just kind of depends on availability. But I am using my craft catchers today. I love them. I think that's an awesome freebie, so don't forget to use my code there. Elizabeth said, I wish they would gift one to me. Well, it's a transactional thing, obviously, for my job, so that is why. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. I will fix that. You know what? I try my best, but you were the first person who told me that I need to fix that, so thank you. Surprise behind your back. Oh, I don't know. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Oh, Tabitha says you are on the big screen and my friend and mom are watching you. Well, hello, Tabitha, friend and mom. Let's see. Okay, let's see. I'm going to scroll back and see what everybody is doing. Let me know, are you off today? Are you getting to spend some time crafting, or have you been out shopping? I would love to know that. Okay, so let's talk about today's project while you guys are telling me all of the things. What I am super excited about is something that I'm really passionate about, which is mixing and matching. I love showcasing new companies when they come out with product and such, but when I am crafting, and I think probably when you guys are crafting too, what makes sense to me is combining all of those things, or being able to reach across brands and all of that kind of stuff to create an amazing project, card, tag, whatever it is. That is my love language. That's my favorite way to create, is the mixing and matching element. So I am using lots of mixing and matching today. Oh, Carola, thank you for the super chat. That's so sweet of you to do that. I'm mixing and matching from a lot of companies. And the great thing, I think all of these companies, let's see, we have Spellbinders, Waffle Flower, Pretty Pink Posh. What else am I using today? Simon Says Stamp, branded inks. all of them are running sales today. So definitely, if there's things that you like, you can jump over and grab those. I have listed most of the products down below. Some things are up to creative, licensing as we're working, and I'll have to update when we're done. But most of the products have been listed down below. But you might already have some of them. Some are old products. Some have been out a year or two, mixing and matching with brand new things. That is what I love to do. I love taking, something that might be relatively new. The Pretty Pink Posh Gingerbread mug is one of those today, and mixing them with something that might have already be out. In this case, my Merry Mugs collection for spellbinders that has been out for a couple of years, we're going to utilize that. So there are just different components. One of my favorite products of all time, and I'm sure if you guys have watched my videos for any length of time, or think about that Craftoween series where I used the classic Tales books from Spellbinders a lot. Well, that set is currently out of stock. I know it was a club set from several years ago. I don't know if they're restocking it. However, Waffle Flour, who also is running a fabulous promo, and you can get an extra 10% off if you use my code Nichol at checkout at Waffle Flour. So it's 30% instead of 20%. They have a wonderful set of books called Classic Books, and this is not new either. It's been out for a couple of years. So I've kind of switched to using that one since that one is readily available at the moment. And what we're going to do today is create a scene card kicking off a series that I'm calling Mug Collector. And it's kind of based on, a lot of us might actually collect seasonal mugs. But what I love is that there are so many different mugs from different companies, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun to create cards in a series where we maybe collect different scene mugs, say Santa mugs, for example, although we're not doing Santas today. If you're in my Patreon, you may have already seen that card. But we'll take just different themes, like if it's snowmen or reindeer or whatever, and we're going to do a video. So there will be multiple videos in this series. It'll just be a short series here at the beginning or the end of November, beginning of December, but just something kind of fun that I have wanted to do for ages, and I thought, why not just do it now? So today we're going to be combining some gingerbread elements to create a gingerbread man themed mug scene card. So kind of just something totally fun, hopefully you can shop your stash. Maybe you have similar things you can use. I hope it jump starts your creativity. Even if you aren't shopping, we all have lots of wonderful things in our stash. Snowing in Michigan. Vicki, I heard that snow was expected. There was some snow already in certain parts. I was talking to a friend this morning. So, oh my goodness. Yes, it's cold here today, but no snow. Ordered the books from Waffle Flour with my code this morning. Oh my gosh, Teresa, that makes me so happy. Yay. Yay for saving extra money. And especially on things that maybe you've had your eye on for a while and you just wanted something super fun. Oh, thank you, Christy. You're so sweet. Christy, I heard you say you're in your jammies. Look, if you guys are joining me for my live tonight, my stitching live tonight, we talked about it's a jammy only live. So if you join me at 7 p.m. Central Time, I am going to take off my cute work clothes outfit. We're taking the hard pants off and we're going to have jammies on tonight. I hope you guys are all in your cozy pants though at home. Taking a break from stitching Blue Coat Santa to watch my live. Oh, hi, Tracy. Thank you. Okay, so let's talk about what we're using today. Now, before I show you, yes, I know it's a lot of different sets. Hardly any of these are brand new. I really kind of went to my stash, dug around, and just started pulling things, trying things, and seeing what would work. A lot of these things, and if I can encourage you to do anything, that's what I want to say. I hope it's that. shop your stash, see what similar things you might have, because some of these sets I might only be using one or two things. You don't need a whole set for that. I mean, unless you want it, then that's a whole nother story. But we like a peppermint, for example, a peppermint candy. Lots of different dye companies might have a peppermint. You might have something similar that you could use, and just maybe it gets you thinking about mixing and matching your own supplies. Let's see. Hi, Dawn. Oh, Heather, thank you. You should still have your stretchy pants on from yesterday. I'm going to tell you, I did not overeat yesterday. I felt amazing. My oldest son, I told him, I'm like, I'm not overeating. Also, just full disclosure, so it was just my two boys and me. My daughter and her husband could not come. In fact, the kid's dad went out and had Thanksgiving with them so that they could have somebody for Thanksgiving, because they had to work. My boys both had to work today, so we just couldn't, like, we were going to go there, but it wasn't going to work, and it's a whole thing, because they don't live close. It would have been an 8-hour drive, and, you know, it was just a lot. And then Ethan actually is under the weather a little bit. He did go to work, but, you know, so anyway, that's a long story. No one cares. I only made ham yesterday instead of turkey, and I think that's maybe why I feel so much better. I wasn't tired. I didn't even take a nap or anything. My boys actually prefer ham, and so they were both like, can we just have ham instead? So I was like, sure. We don't have to make a turkey. So yeah, I don't know. I feel good. I made sure I didn't overeat, which is always a good thing. Let's see. Happy day after, Sissy Sue says, watching 2 videos, multi-crafting. Judy, I think crafting, all of it is just fantastic. Good for you. Too much, but not hungry, so that counteracts it. Oh, exactly. My son said the same thing. My oldest, he goes, I ate too much, but I think I'll just fast for a while. That's so funny. Yes, Michelle. So good to see you. Michelle, are you still off work for a little bit? Or maybe you guys are off work today, just period. Let's see. Mixing and matching really makes unique and exciting cards, Christy said. For sure. Prime rib, Christy said. Okay, so I have only tried to make prime rib once, and I was not very successful. I would love to try again. Tell me if you made it, Christy. I need to know your tips and tricks. We had ham only, Sissy Sue. No one wants turkey anymore. You know, I just decided I wasn't going to do all of that work. First of all, for just 3 of us. And second of all, if no one really wanted to eat it. So it worked out. Honestly, it felt so good. We still had all of the things. It was great. The only thing I did different, I make bread stuffing, and I found a recipe that called to make it in the crock pot, which I've never done. I've always baked it. And I was like, I'm just going to try it in the crock pot. And it turned out amazing. I was so happy. So anyway, that's about the only thing crazy we did here. Let's see. Chili day here too. We cooked and decorated yesterday. Nice. Plus she worked out. Corolla said, fantastic. And Valerie says, be cooking their big Thanksgiving dinner on Sunday since the kids went to significant others yesterday. Yes. And it gets to that point. Everyone will be here for Christmas. And so we're probably going to be doing our big thing then. And you know, it's only a month, so it's all good. Nice pork roast instead of turkey, Deborah said. Nice. Let's see. My sister and brother-in-law made it and need to research. Oh, Christy said her sister and brother-in-law have to research it. Christy, better yet, if someone else makes it. I love that so much. Oh, Josie, thank you. Her favorite part of Friday. Oh, I love that. Just got word my very first spellbinder Stitchmas is arriving today. That makes me so happy. Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, you guys. Stitchmas and the Advent calendar. So the 12 days of Stitchmas and the Advent calendar, crafty calendar, which I will start opening December 1st. So stay tuned for that. They are still available. So I have a whole series here on my channel if you want to check out the Stitchmas, but I think you can probably get them at some significant savings right now. So that might be fun. Okay. I'm going to pop over. You guys keep chatting and I'll read while we talk about this. So I have all of my components here. Let me just move that a little bit for a second. Let's switch everything. So the basis for my card today, of course I don't have them in order. That's nice. This is my Merry Mug set. And again, this was a collection with Spellbinders a couple of years ago. It is available still, and it is on sale. So I love this one. It's a fantastic basic mug set, and it works with the other components in the collection, which is how we're going to use it today. So we're going to be using our Merry Mugs set. I'm using the mug. We're using the marshmallows. That might be about it from this one. Okay, also in that collection with Spellbinders is my Festive Circle Crew ornaments. Now, there's a Festive Circle set that you would need in addition to this if you want to make them as circle ornaments, which is super, super fun. But we're only going to use the Festive Santa's Festive Circle Crew here today because I'm going to take some of the little elements that make a gingerbread round ornament, but we're going to use them on the mug instead to make that Merry Mug into a gingerbread man face mug. It's a really fun way to use this. One of my favorites is making a reindeer from these sets, and I did that a couple of years ago here on my channel, so we're going to use that for that. Then we're also from that collection using my sentiment stamp set, which is called Santa's Sippin sayings, which is the perfect sentiment stamp set for those ornaments. Cat Scrapper, I would love to know your favorite colors of cardstock. Okay, I can work on that. Yes, Jenny says she tells people all the time, any day can be a holiday. 100%. 100%. Christina, thank you so much for this super chat. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. This is a fun stamp set. It works great with all kinds of different mugs, mug sets. So even if you don't want to make the Merry Mugs, I think it would work great with other things. Okay, this is the Waffle Cone background. This is a newer product from this year from Spellbinders, but I picked this because I thought it worked really nice with our design today. And that's because in my Merry Mug, we are going to be using the new Gingerbread House set. I think this is the, I meant to leave this up for myself because I don't have it written down. I will look at the name because I want to tell you the right thing. I even had it, well, I did have it up. Let's see if I still have it. No. Wow, Nicole. Okay, hold on. Anyway, the background and our gingerbread house are from the same thing. I will tell you the exact gingerbread house, and this is from Candy Christmas. Oh, I knew it was escaping me. This is from the Candy Christmas set. So we're going to make this little gingerbread house because I felt like it worked perfectly with this. Oh, Karen, thank you. Oh my gosh, Judy cooked for 24 family members. Oh, I love that, Judy. That's amazing. All right, and then this was a last minute addition, and you'll see this here in a little bit, but this is one of those things that I was talking about before, is where you might just dive into your stash and find other things. So this is called the Christmas Wonder Set. It's from a collection from Spellbinders called The Envelope of Wonder, and it was all made to fit in an envelope. I didn't ever really use it like that. I instead love all of the different sets because I love all the little bits and pieces for working with other things. So from this, we're going to use the poinsettia. It also does have a cute gingerbread man. I didn't use him, but I wanted to. And then we're going to use some of the greenery from this. What else did I use from this? maybe just the poinsettia green. Oh, the little candy cane. That's right. I didn't die cut the red part yet because I thought I'd lose them. I love this little candy cane. It's a little teeny tiny skinny candy cane, which I really, really love. This is also a newer set from this year called Christmas Cocktails. And if you're in my Patreon, you saw me use this with that card I did for their exclusive live. And what I love is I don't necessarily use this set the way it's intended as well. It's made to work with this set, the cocktails set. But I love the little half gingerbread man. I'm actually not using him today, but I will give you a sneak peek in video number 2 in this series where I did use him. But we are using all the greenery. I love the bow. I love the peppermint stick as an option instead of a candy cane. The peppermint that's in here, and I think we might even try to use this Santa hat. So lots of ways to use the components, even if you're not using them exactly the way they're intended. Tabitha never used the envelope either. Well, I'm glad it's not just me. Okay, this is the classic books set from Waffle Flower. As you can see, did I keep... I was going to see if I had the classic Tales from Spellbinders close by. I think I put it away. But the size of the book is very similar. And that is one of the reasons I love it. It's nice and big. And you'll notice from the other sets I've shown you, the mugs are pretty big. So there's lots of sets with die cut books, but there might be really small. And that's not going to work scale wise. So I really love this classic books set for that. And I love that there's some nice big areas on some of these books to stamp a sentiment, which we are going to do. And finally, we are using the Pretty Pink Posh Gingerbread Mugs set because it works perfectly with our Gingerbread Man theme. Really, really fun and a great way to just kind of, like I said, we're mixing and matching from lots of different places. So I'm going to move all of this out of the way. And we're going to start working on our card. Let's see. Need to get the classic books set. It's a really good one. All right. This is a big pile of die cuts. And I promise we are going to get through all of it. All right. So I decided to go with a light pink background. Let me find the best way to dump everything off of here today. This background has been embossed. An embossing folder is a great way. I am also going to, I am also going to put my picture in picture there. So an embossing folder is a fantastic way to really give interest to your background without going overboard, which is something I really like. So that's that great waffle flower texture. Now, what I want to tell you guys, imagine like waffle, if you're making a die cut waffle cut cone, if you want to put a roof on a gingerbread house, like a bigger house or something, this would add awesome texture. So there's other ways to use it without doing an entire background, which I think is fun. This is some Chiffon Cardstock from Spellbinders, so it's going to be this really pretty, light, soft, peachy pink background. We're going to work on our book first, and I've got 3 little pieces for this. Now, even though I have the classic books set that I'm using, I'm only using 1 book from it today. That's really what fit my card. And I like... we're doing a lot on the card, but what I like is that you don't have to go overboard and use lots and lots of things. Maybe you just want to use 1 or 2 things from a set, and that's totally fine. Okay, so we're actually going to take our book first, and we're going to look at our stamp set. And I think I cut apart one of these greetings to make it work with my other card, which you'll see. Joining late. Hello, Laura. I'm really just getting started, so you're fine. We did a lot of chatting and catching up. I mean, it's a holiday weekend after all. But what I think is I really wanted to use Sending You a Cup of Cheer. But it's a little too long for this section. So So what I think we're going to do is, I know not everyone's a fan of this, but I've really been in a mood to do it lately. I think I'm going to cut my sentiment apart. With our clear sentiment stamp sets, you can always piece them back together. So let's first get our book put in our Misty. You can mask it off if you want to as well. So I am going to stamp and emboss this. And it just is easier for me to do this. So I'm going to cut my stamp apart. Again, if you don't like doing that, you can totally mask. It'll be fine. We're going to do Sending You a Cup of Cheer on the spine of our book. Oh, that's going to be cute. And this way, it makes our book, which is part of our scene, but it makes the sentiment a part of the scene as well. And I love being able to do that. All right. So what we're going to do is use a little clear ink. I'm going to make sure I want really good coverage there. And I'm going to grab some tweezers to hold this while I heat this. Grab our white embossing powder. Laura says, joining a bit late. Yes, but you're going to get to see most of the card if you watch now, but you can definitely go back and catch up on updates and all the things. Okay, I have a little, I should have used my powder tool, but I didn't. So I'm just going to take a dry paintbrush and I am going to just carefully remove a little bit of that extra embossing powder. Okay, you guys are going to have to tell me, do you also like to mix and match your supplies? Or do you forget? Or would you like to do more of that? Oh, so cute. Okay, so here is the spine of our book. Now comes the fun part. We definitely have to decorate it. I mean, we can't have a book that doesn't have any cute decorations. So I am going to glue the layering pieces for this classic book from Waffle Flower. And I'm just going to run a little bit of glue. This is so skinny. So I like using my tweezers to hold my pieces when I'm adding glue. Mix if at all possible, Elaine says. Christy says, forgets until I remind her. Well, that's what I'm here for, Christy. All right, and I'm just going to carefully pop that right down. And then anywhere, let's grab my other tool here. Anywhere I got a little bit of glue, I'm just going to pick up. It will dry clear, but I don't want any globs, so. The back of my hand seems like a good spot for glue. I do have a cloth here I probably could use. Okay. Oh, good, Wilma. I love that. Lots of you like mixing and matching. That makes me happy. Let's see. Mary says, I like to mix and match, but always worry about the scale matching. And you know, sometimes it's fun to have like some element that's completely not scale wise. It just really depends. I need to do like a small scene card at some point. I feel like I've done a lot of these bigger ones here lately, but I do love some that use the smaller elements too. Oh, and I didn't even say that the most important thing. It's a 5x7 card today, not A2 size, because I needed that extra real estate to build with multiple big mugs. If you're using much smaller dies, an A2 would totally be great. But obviously in this case, the size of these mugs, they're really made more for a single mug on an A2 card or something like that. So I felt like we needed the 5x7 to give us enough room. All right, whoops. So here is how the spine of our little book is looking so far with the little decorations on it. Now, clearly we need more. I think we noticed it's a 5x7. Yes, Mary, I figured you did, but I did. Sometimes I get asked those questions later and people want me to make sure I tell what size card it is. And I thought, well, I did not do that. So we're going to take a couple of little clay snowflakes from Pretty Pink Posh now. And there's plenty of room on each side of our sentiment. Oops. So we're going to just pop these in place for a fun little extra decorative touch. Kind of like so. That's the first thing. And we're really going to work on building each thing before we start adding anything to the card today. Speaking of scale, let's see. Tracy loves making 5x7 cards. Let's see, I always forget, need to be better about that. Josie, I'm guessing about mixing and matching. What are the black dots you use for the critter's eyes again? Mitzi asks. Usually they're the Pretty Pink Posh onyx pearls. That's what I use most of the time. All right. So I'm also going to grab my Spellbinders gems. And let's see which ones I wanted to use. Well, where are my extras? Okay. Let's take these little pink ones, I think. And we're going to take these pink and red ones. We're doing a lot of pink and red today. And there's still a little bit of room here on our books. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to add little pink and red gems. Just kind of on either side. Just dressing up our little Christmassy book. There we go. And we're going to do a red one here. And a little pink one there. Oh, look how cute our little holiday book is. Also, my bracelet's going to get on my nerves, so we're going to take that off. Trying to be cute. It's going to get on my nerves. Okay, so let's move our little book out of the way and let's work on our cute gingerbread house. So this gingerbread house from the Candy Christmas collection at Spellbinders is really cute. Obviously not made to be used the way I'm using necessarily, but that's what we're going to do. So let me take my Merry mug And my imagining for this is that we're going to build the Merry Mug into a gingerbread face mug that has a cute little gingerbread house sitting inside of it. So this card in the mug collector is going to have 2 mugs, but 3 distinct gingerbread themed products in it. So then our little pretty pink posh mug is going to go next to it. Now, alternately, if you are a Caboodle member for Spellbinders and you got the July clubs this year and the Cocoa Greetings set, you got the bonus Gingerbread Man mug or Gingerbread Man pieces to build that mug. That would be a nice alternative to this. That was just in the Caboodle, and I don't think it's available for individual purchase. So that's just another option. There's a lot of other ways you can build a gingerbread mug as well, if you don't have like the Merry mugs. Okay, so let's start with this cute gingerbread house. And I actually have my gingerbread Simon Says Stamp ink here, and we're going to do a little inking to make this a little bit more, dimensional. Just a little inking here and there adds a lot of fun character. So I'm just going to go kind of along my lighter areas. The cardstock I'm using for this layering piece is the Simon Says Stamp Caramel Cardstock. Oh, Corolla, thank you. That's so sweet of you. What really inspired this particular series is kind of decor related. How I like decorating, or how things I like looking at that are decorated, where people mix and match their cute little mug collections and tuck in greenery and add all those things. That was really what kind of inspired this whole design. Okay, I know it looks a little bit messy, but bear with me. Okay, then we're going to go ahead. We're not even going to ink this, but I am going to do like this little red roof right here, because what the layer does for this, and it lines right up with the nice little score lines here. This layer is cut from a white glitter cardstock, and you can see that when we layer it over the top, we're going to see that other color pop through, which I like. I think that little red and white is so cute. And I decided I didn't think I needed to ink that. I don't really think that it's going to show enough to really get the full benefit of adding any red inking on top of that. The red color of cardstock I'm using today is Poppy, which is what I would call the little bit brighter red color from Spellbinders. I'm not sure, White Squirrel, when the preview comes out. Probably any time now, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't see it this morning, but I'm sure it's coming. Okay, we're also going to just put down our little doorway here. And a lot of this you aren't really going to see, because we are going to put this cute little layer on top. So before we do this, I'm going to take my red. Scale is a word we don't use the day after Thanksgiving. Corolla, that is so true. I'm going to use a little bit of the cranberry color Simon Says Stamp Positively Saturated ink and my favorite Spellbinders mini blending brushes. And for the door, we definitely are going to use a little bit of ink on here, just to give that a little nice shading. Now, I didn't die cut or use the die cut for the little doorknob. We're going to use a gem for that instead. Let's go ahead We're going to glue the door down, and then we'll put the little white piped frosting on next. It's looking cute. Just made it, Ashley said. Yay, Ashley, I'm glad. Tabitha says, Nicole, I didn't want this house. You're killing me. Yeah, see if there's a house that you have that will work. Or if you haven't put your spellbinders order in yet, now's the time. It is a cute one. Okay, so there is that. And then we're piping our icing on, our paper icing. This is no calories crafting. That's what I like about this. No calories crafting, guys. We're going to put that just along the bottom. All right. Then, I mean, look at all the details. How cute are these? Oh, my skin is so itchy today. Sorry for all the itching. I am just super itchy and dry. Oh, I just remembered. I forgot to put lotion on after my shower. I was like, why am I so itchy? That's why. It's too dry for that. Okay, there is even this wonderful, look at that. That goes back behind the windows. So right here on the ends of each, I'm just going to put little dabs of glue, because we definitely want to put this on first. I'm going to flip this over. Just kind of eyeball, line that up, center it, pop that in place, just like so. Then we're going to take our glue all over this. Corolla says, I don't know if it's corrected. I just like a no calorie crafting. Anytime we can avoid the calories, great. Oh, I did not get that centered very good. There we go. Let's fix it. Before the glue dries. There we go. Oh, how cute. Okay, now, I do think it needs some extra candy on our gingerbread house. Oh, Shirley says, I love that you're using gingerbread themed card today. It's one of my favorites for Christmas. Me too. Okay, peridot, is that what I want to use? Or do I want to use green? I think I want to use green. Let's get the green out. I need to maybe grab my new package of pink, because I was really wanting to use some more of those pink ones. Let's also take opal, the white ones. We might want some of these. And what I'm going to do is we're going to take, do I want to do it there? Do I want to, oh, I want to do it here. I don't want to see any color around it. We're going to add some cute little gems to our house. To their little frosting. So like they're candy. What about my pink? What do I do with the pink ones? Well, here's one. Let me see if I have another package. I want that house too. Something I didn't know I needed. Right? Sometimes it just takes thinking outside of maybe how it's packaged. And that's something I love. Odin, honey, move. Oh, I love that I have backups. Backup pink. What else do we have in here? Oh, onyx. Those could make good eyes. I forgot I had those. Oh, I have some black pearls too. That would be good too. Okay, I have found some spellbinders things I forgot I had in my backup gem supply. And no one laugh. Tabitha, I'm sure you understand. And probably some of you others too. I need backups of my favorite things. All right. So let's go ahead and add in the rest of these green ones, and then we'll add in some pink. So I joked about this, I think in a video some other time, but somebody posted about this the other day on my YouTube channel. Fussy piecing, because we call fuss, you know, when we're cutting with our scissors and cutting out stamped images, fussy cutting. And I'm a big fan of the fussy piecing, or the fussy piecing of die cut elements here on my channel. I love working with all these little parts and pieces and building something super cute and fun. It's one of my favorite things to do. So now we're just going to go in. I think this is going to add so much to this. Let's zoom in just a little bit. I have backups for my backups. Sean said, see, Sean, you're my person. My favorite colors always need backups. And that is something like that I save or buy on Black Friday or sale days and things, because that way I don't run out. Because when I do run out, when I don't realize that I've used my backups, I'm real mad. So I try real hard not to run out of my favorite, most used products. This is going to be a cute gingerbread house. Did you mean cussy cutting or cussy piecing? Yes, our lovely friend here on our channel does call it cussy cutting, which is like literally the best. I usually don't call the paper piecing, for me, is not as much of an irritation, although it probably is for some. Okay, I'm going to take some white pearls now, or some opal, and we're going to just scatter a few of these on the house and do a few red as well, I hope. I hope I have another red package here. No, I don't. Okay, the red might be the one that I thought I ordered and didn't. Well, that was not very smart, Nicole. Unless it's somewhere else. That's okay. That will be fine. So let's put a few of these little white pieces here, or the opal, I should say. I should quit calling them the white ones. Are these going to be too big? No, I'm going to use them. Some of our candy might be a little bit bigger on our gingerbread house. We make do with what we have. Okay. Let's go over here. Do the same thing. I mean, our gingerbread house is all decked out. Hubby is at the gym today. I told him I will have to do sitting here watching the live. I know a lot of people will get on a treadmill or a Peloton or something, which I think is awesome. That's a great way to make it go quicker. Let's get this other package of opal out. I like watching those videos and things when I'm on the treadmill too. Let's do that. Okay, lots of decorating our gingerbread house. I didn't really realize I was going to do this, but I'm here now, so we're going to do that. And I probably will love it. Generally, when I take the extra time to do a lot of this kind of thing, it ends up being one of my favorite things that I went ahead and went all out. Sometimes I try to convince myself not to be extra, but ultimately, it is what it is. Look how cute our little gingerbread house is. No one is complaining about big candy. Exactly. So now I am actually just going to take my white pen and do some little highlights kind of along the score lines in the door, just to add a little something. We're also going to do it on the gingerbread. I'm not doing full on white highlights, just a little bit to emphasize the design of the gingerbread house. And possibly to be extra. Let's see. I'm going to grab a drink. And let's move on to our Merry Mug. Now, same thing. We're going to add a little shading to this as well. And I have my gingerbread and cocoa inks out. We're going to start with gingerbread. And remember, we're using the Santa's festive circle ornaments in a way, I mean, this is not exactly how they were intended. They are part of this collection, but we're going to turn the mug into a gingerbread face mug. So we're just going to go all the way around. So if you are decorating for the holidays, have you already got all your decorations up? Are you working on it now? Are you working on it this weekend? Tell me kind of what your game plan is. I have a few things left to do that I hope to get to. If not this evening, then tomorrow morning. I do have a live this evening, so if I'm pooped after that, it's going to be tomorrow. We're going to take that cocoa ink a little bit darker. The dark brown cardstock I'm using is Truffle from Spellbinders, and that's one I use a lot. The caramel color cardstock from Simon Says Stamp, I love it because I just really like the brightness or something of this. It's perfect for gingerbread men, I think. All right, so here's the mug pieces. I'm not going to attach them quite yet. Let's find everything we need for this. We got a little swirly for gingerbread. I do have some little eyes. We have some little cheeks and our little bow. Okay. I think that's everything we're going to use for this. We are all about the extra. I love the way you think. That's hilarious. Okay, so I decided, because this little swirl piece, obviously again made for the circle ornament, I'm just going to do it kind of over here to the side along the top of the cup. So it's not exactly going to be like super even, which is totally okay. And then we need to put our eyes in. And I did use the eye die cuts here. They are a little bit oval shaped, which I like. And we're going to get those. And there's a couple of options for a mouth, but I thought the little heart mouth might be cute today. I do think I want to add a little red to both the mouth and my bow for the gingerbread. So let me grab my cranberry ink. Running back to the table to get the last roll counts. That's funny. I sent most of the leftovers. Like, I hardly kept anything with my oldest son, so I wouldn't eat it. Funny. That's what I like to do usually, is I send it with my children. I'm like, whoever's here, I'm like, here's the food. Out of sight, out of mind. Of course I think the heart is cute, Mary said. I know. So, and it gives the little gingerbread a little bit different face. Look how cute. Now, you can add inked cheeks, but I did opt to use the die cuts today, which I've die cut from the same color I'm using as the background, which is chiffon. And we're just going to put those like that. And then up here at the top, whoopsie, that just spins right around on this Glassport Studio glass mat. I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the center. And this mug is my little girl gingerbread mug, because she's going to have her bow up here. Now, the pretty pink posh mug we're going to put together next, that's going to be our little boy gingerbread mug. Look how cute that's going to be. Okay. I am going to put glue mostly just around the bottom, like so, because I'm not exactly sure. I think I want to tuck a couple things in here. We'll see. But look how cute. Okay, now we need little white highlights again. Especially for things like the eyes. We're going to do, I think we're going to do it right here. Just going to do a couple little highlights here. Can't decide how I want to do it on the mouth. Maybe I won't because I don't want to mess it up. We're going to do some little lines coming out from the bow. About 3. And then on the handle, we'll also just do a little bit. There we go. Love her little heart mouth, Allison says. I think it's Allison. I might be right. Wrong about that. Okay. So now I think, nope, I think that's going to be perfect. And see, we're going to be tucking our little gingerbread house kind of right on top of here so it looks like it's sitting in the mug. And then we've got all of this greenery from the Christmas cocktails set. And how cute's that going to be? Oh, I'm so excited. I love, love, love when they come together. Okay, we're just going to move that out of the way and let's make our pretty pink posh gingerbread mug. And again, we're going to start with our gingerbread color ink. Now, with the gingerbread mugs from Pretty Pink Posh, there is a handle. So I did my handle out of the poppy color, and I think I'm going to try to do white stripes on this and make it a red and white. So we're just going to set that aside for now and add our little bit of shading all the way around. Oh, good, Allison. I was hoping it was Allison. After I said that, you know, I glance up at the screen and then I see the username doesn't say that all the way across. And I thought, well, that could be wrong. It could be Allie or anything. Procrastinating going into the crawl space to dig out the decorations. Yeah. Sometimes it just seems like a lot of work, huh? I've gone in spurts. I've been working on it for a while. I have just gone in spurts, like gone like gangbusters, and then the next day I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I don't want to. But I really want to have it all done before December 1st starts, so I need to get a move on. Oopsies. Okay, let me see. I'm pretty sure I cut cheeks for this guy too. We're not going to glue them down quite yet. Now, for this one, I did put, oh, right here. I did die cut the eyes and the mouth, and I am going to use the little mouth so I don't have to draw one in. But this one I'm going to use this little black mouth first. But I might use those black gems for the eyes. Another set you thought you didn't need, but obviously do. Right? Sometimes it just takes, I do that all the time. I will think, oh, you know, cute, but don't need it. And then you see somebody create something and you're like, oh, yeah, I do need it. All the time. That is me all of the time. All right. Actually, let's clean my glue off. Try that again. Get our little cheeks in place. And I think I'm going to try some of these. These are Fashion Jet pearls from Spellbinders. I don't know if I've ever used these. They were in my drawer. Let's use them. The Onyx pearls from Pretty Pink Posh are going to be, you know, about the same size. They're just not going to be self-adhesive like these. I set out to decorate while watching this live, but doing way more watching than decorating. We'll be here. Keep moving. You can count the decorating as your cardio. If I have to go up and down the stairs enough times, I'm like, great workout, Nicole. Good job. Oh. Okay, I'm going to put some glue because I obviously made this not sticky. Oh, he's going to be cute. Okay, this little guy is going to have a little bow tie. And then we're going to give him some little buttons down the front. I think we're just going to do these black pearls as his buttons too. I didn't die cut any because I thought I might want to, but I think I like this. I love the, I do too. These are really, I need more of these apparently. I hope they still have these. Okay, so handle, we've got the little part that looks like cocoa up here. This is going to go right here. We have some whipped topping, and this is where I thought I might put this little Santa hat, and I still think I might put it up here. I haven't decided. I might not use it at all either. Sometimes I die cut things because I think I'll use them and I change my mind. So what we're going to do, I tell myself I don't need another one, but that I don't listen to myself. I know. I was talking to a friend just about in general shopping and how probably don't need anything, but still going to probably buy something anyway. Yep, accurate. So before I try to put some little white stripes here on my handle of my mug, I am going to add a little shading for that underneath. And we're going to do a little bit of shading for his little bow tie. Now, you can also put the bow up at the top like I did for the other mug. Just personal preference, or how fun Corolla deleted herself. Oops. Oh, he's cute. I've made these mugs before, but they're super fun. We got about 75% of the outside done. Nice. I have to clean before decorating. I know, Christy. That's the worst, isn't it? Because about the time you're done decorating, or cleaning, pardon, then you're like, ugh, the last thing you want to do is dig out the decorations. Or at least that's me. I've kind of cleaned as I've gone. I did a bunch of cleaning the other day, so I think I'm good. I hope. All right. I am going to take my white pen. Is this one going to work? Let's warm the tip up here. I feel like it's not wanting to work very good. And we're going to go in and make a little stripy handle. If you have red stripe pattern paper, that would be cute too. Could probably try to make that work. But I'm just going to use my handy dandy white pen. And this time I am trying to make my lines stand out more. I don't know that it's working that great. I think I need a new white pen. But I think that'll be cute. We're also going to tuck greenery and other things around this as well, so I think I'm okay with it. Oh, that's going to be cute. Okie dokie. Does the greenery have a discount code today? Do you mean the greetery? And I don't believe so. Unless somebody else knows. Tabitha, I had what I call Thankmas. We hosted Thanksgiving and had my house all decorated for Christmas. Yes. That is generally what I have as well, Tabitha. Putting the tree up this weekend, Judy said. Oh, fun. The consensus in the room is the whipped topping and the hat to the right like you had it. We love it. Okay, thanks, Tabitha. We're going to do it. I think so, too. I am happy to have my consensus here helping me with my card today. Okay. We're going to do our little whip topping here. We'll come back to the hat in a minute. But I want to check in on how our card's looking. And I do talk about this quite a bit in my videos. But how I personally like to create is I'll start with kind of what I think. For example, everything you see here. And then this is where adjustments can be made if you need to. But I think this is looking good. I only opted for one book on this card. Look how cute. Because otherwise there's going to be a lot of stuff sticking up high. You know what I forgot just now I realized for my gingerbread house? The chimney. I know I have it die cut here. Here we go. So we can add in lots of extra little things now because these are going to be the big components. So let's add the chimney to the house. I bought this Spellbinders color wheel paper pack. It's glorious. I'm using it to make my greetery 3D houses. Oh, Christy, I'm so glad. I love, love, love the Spellbinders cardstock, so I'm so happy to hear that. Okay, I'm going to put a little cocoa ink on. I did do my chimney out of Truffle Cardstock, and then it also has that sparkly pixie dust snow on it, or frosting, I suppose, in this case. Let's put the frosting on, and then we'll put it on our house. Can't believe I would have got to the end and been like, hey, what are these extra pieces? Valerie. Yeah, the greetery ended last night or a day or two ago. Yeah, their sale was early. All right. Oh, I mean, it's even cuter now. Tabitha, now you need it even more, right? With the chimney? Okay. Much better. Let's add a little ink to the Santa house. Because the vote from Tabitha's house is to use the hat. But it needs a little bit of cranberry ink before we get there. And it might even need whatever's left on this brown to really get some good shading. There we go. I like that. Stop, Tabitha said. Well, you can turn the video off if you need to, Tabitha. It'll be okay. Let's see. And surely we got a pom-pom around here somewhere. There we go. I love the little sparkly brim. There we go, maybe. And pom-pom for that. Oh yeah, that's going to be cute. He needs that little Santa hat. And we're just going to do it right like this. Okay, so what I want to mention, and I might need to zoom back out just a little bit now that I brought the card in. With this particular card, and in the card I created during Patreon, some of the elements, even with a 5x7, are still going to stick off the top. Now, I'm doing that for these cards. I don't always do that because it does mean you're going to have to mail it in either a hard mailer, a bigger mailer, a poly bubble mailer, something like that. But sometimes for cards that are like special like these, that's what I'll do. And you're going to lose something if you cut off anything off the edges. So just know that these might not be standard envelope friendly type of cards. So if you want to do something similar, but you want it to be able to go in a standard 5x7 or a standard A2, whatever, maybe you want to, let me just move this out of the way. Maybe you want to focus on just like one element like this, where everything will be within your 5x7 card. There won't be any, even with greenery and everything tucked around it. You could even maybe stack another book underneath, and that way it can go in a standard envelope. Today, I'm not doing that. It's going to be really full. Things will stick off the sides because mine are, when I mail these out, they're going to go in some sort of special mailer. And it's just, it's personal preference, I guess is what I want to say. All right. So let's go back to the way it's going to look. Because we are ready. We're going to go ahead and get some of these things down, I think. Actually, that's a lie. Before we do that, I want to do these peppermint sticks, and they are going to be popping up out of here. So this is another thing that'll be hanging off the top just a little bit. And these are different than candy canes. The gingerbread set does come with candy canes, so if you want to use regular candy canes, but I love these peppermint sticks from that Christmas cocktail set. So that's what we're going to use. And I'm going to glue the little red stripe down on this. Crafty friends are the best enablers. Yes, enable, Christy said. Hopefully I enable you to craft too, not just shop. That's always my goal, is I hope that something sparks an idea in your mind and in your creative process. So we all just have fun creating. I mean, look at that little peppermint stick. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with these, but I am. And we're just going to kind of have them. Yeah, we can even probably tuck it down a little bit further. I probably could have used one and cut it in half. I didn't, so we're just going to keep going. Donna says putting up the tree and not decorating, just watching you. Oh, thanks, Donna Marie. Crafty friends are the best friends because we get each other. We know. We understand when you're talking and excited about something, and some of your other family members might be like, I don't get it. We get it. Or when there's something new and exciting. Peppermint sticks can't be alone, so they always need two, or candy canes. Oh, I love him. Okay, now we are going to really start, because all of the rest of this is what I call filler. Things that we put around it, and that it is what levels up your card for sure. Corolla says turning a $1 piece of paper into a $947 worth of supplies, mission accomplished, right? Yeah, I agree. But the happiness from creating can't put a price on. Right? That's what I tell myself anyway. We're going to stick with that. So we're going to put our book here. And we're also going to go ahead put our adhesive on the back of our little mug here. I use Doodlebug Washi Peppermint Stripe for my candy canes. White squirrel, that's brilliant. I love that. What a great idea. Thank you for sharing. You guys, if you have red and white peppermint washi tape, specifically that wonderful Doodlebug one, I have that. She uses that for her candy canes. That is so smart. I love, love, love it. Okay, I'm not going to go quite put my adhesive all the way to the bottom because this is going to slightly overlap. So it looks like it's sitting in my other gingerbread mug. Why buy for $5.99 when you can make it for $99.99? Mitzi, girl after my own heart. Happiness is the most important, yes. And creating definitely is happy. Ugh, I am loving this so much. How fun is that? All right. Why do I feel like my book is wonky? Because it is. That's not going to work. Okay, and then our little mug here. How far over do I want that little guy? Okay, so one of my favorite understated little elements, I feel like, and I don't know if this is actually going to work on this today, is this really fun bow. Oh yeah, we're going to do it on this. That came in the Christmas cocktail set. So I need to, we'll come back to it. Let me grab the bow components because he's going to be holding his little candy cane. We're going to actually shift him over just a tiny little bit. And it's going to have this really cute little bow on it. And that bow is from this set. The only problem with using 100 different things in my live is that I have a giant stack of stuff everywhere. Okay, it's this bow right here. This bow right now is my current favorite bow. I want to put it on everything. There's lots of sets with bows, but I really like this one. Looks nice and flowy. It looks really realistic, I think. And that's one of the things I love about it. And you can see they tied it around the stem of the wine glass. I'm going to show you my Santa card. You guys are going to get a sneak peek of the video that goes up tomorrow with that one. But I love it. And I had to use it on this one as well. So this little candy cane is going to be from the Envelope of Wonder, which I'm going to grab the dies for that and die cut the stripes really quick. I didn't want to do it off camera because I'm going to try to keep them in order. So hopefully it's not super hard to put together. This card is so cute, but don't forget the icing on the gingerbread mug. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Thank you. I was like, what did I forget? Yes, and I even have him die cut. Thank you, thank you. Yes, before we glue him down, we will add those. We're dwindling to the dies that I have left out, but I have too many. You guys always catch it, so thank you. We're going to come back and we're going to pipe our little icing on him. Love this bow. It's so cute. So we're going to add all of our little icing pieces here. I would have been so upset with myself if I had forgot these. The mailman is here. Let's see what goodies. Yes, you better see what he's bringing. Gotta love when you hear that the mail has arrived, right? And what presents have arrived today? We're going to put up the tree with light. Let's see. We are going to put up the tree with lights, but it's the first Christmas for 2 of our little girl kittens, and they are insane. So maybe no ornaments, Teresa said. Okay, so I think I told you guys that I got a little tree for my oldest son who has 2, and they're not kittens. They're 6 years old, both of them. But they're naughty. So I only got him like a little 4-foot tree, and we surprised him, or I surprised him and I put it in his apartment, whatever. So much cuter, thank you. He loved it so much. I actually had an extra tree. So he was like, yeah, let's try it, Mom, but no ornaments. But he loves it. He loves it just with the lights and no ornaments on it. So I guess that's working out good. But his cats do knock over everything. They're just... Okay, not the cats. One of them is way worse than the other one. We call him, he's kind of naughty. But he's real sweet, so, you know, what are you going to do? We're going to add our little... Oh, you guys are talking about a fun store. Oh, you guys, I'm jealous. So I did the base of my candy cane from glitter. I don't even think I'm doing this right. This is actually a little harder than I thought. I have to bring it close to my face. I'm so sorry. Oops. Where are those tweezers at? This has actually become maybe not my favorite thing. Really loving, yet again, I know I've mentioned this before, the newer candy cane sets from Spellbinders this year are those one pieces like the peppermint sticks. I knew I should have done this off camera. Well, you guys are going to get real life of me hoping I have this candy cane put together correctly. Or it's going to just have to be close enough and I'm going to have to go with it. I think this one goes here. I'm not so sure about that. This is actually really hard. Laura says she hung dangle but not breakable ornaments. I did say to him I would get him like some shatterproof ornaments. But he said he likes it just the light, so we'll see. Maybe next year he will want. Oh, you know what I did? I am one off on all of these. Shoot. I knew I did something wrong. Okay, let's just move them up. It's going to be all right. The glitter cardstock is kind of forgiving in that way. Things don't adhere to it that great anyway. Let's pop that one off and move it up one. Oh, I knew something didn't look right. We were chugging along so good too. Yeah, it will. And it's just paper. I could die cut all new ones, but we're going to make it work. This is what I do. And I'm sure you guys do too. Sometimes I look at it and I'm like, oh, that's right. No, it's not. It's not right at all. Okay, here There we go. This little rounded guy, that looks so much better. Okay, and then I have one more. Right there. Right there. Oh, ta-da. Okay, our cute little candy cane. I still don't think that... You know what? I lied again. That one goes there. This one goes here. It is pretty self-explanatory. Oops. There we go. Much, much, much better. That was going to bother me. There we go. All right. Here's this cute little candy cane. Now, that was like 5 minutes I won't get back. Your repair work looks to be so much more agreeable than me fighting with me. Look, I don't know about that. In my head, there were a lot of words that didn't come out of my mouth. Let's make our cute little bow, because I feel like our little present needs to be wrapped up with a little bow. But I have that little pink center and I just dropped it. Did I drop it down my sleeve? Okay, it'll show up. We're not going to worry about it. So I'm going to take whatever ink is left on here, which is some red. Maybe I'll wipe off a little bit. And I'm actually just going to very lightly add some shading to my bow. And this is the Tutu Cardstock. Not a ton. Kind of where the little bend is in my bow, I'm going to add a little bit. Because I really want it to stay pink. I just want it to have a little shading. There we go. I think that's good. And that's one of my favorite things to do with my blending brushes is I'll just use something. It doesn't have to be even the exact color. Let's see. Yes, Michelle, they are a... But the thing is, Michelle says the candy canes are a mess to put together. 100%, but I love them. What is that? I don't... It's like... They're not really my favorite thing to put together, but I love having them on my cards, so I do it. It's just going to probably be a battle forever. This does have a center somewhere. I dropped it. I'm sure it'll pop up. We'll find it in a minute. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to do it like this on our little candy cane, and then we're going to have the gingerbread holding this candy cane kind of like so. Let's do it a little more straight up and down. And I'm just going to use my tweezers to clamp that. And we're going to set that here for a minute, and I'm going to work on adding some inking to my greenery. How's everybody doing? Hopefully good. So I have a couple of different colors of green cardstock. And one of the questions earlier in the live was like favorite colors of cardstock, which I definitely will work on. I'm using a lot of them here. So these greens are both from Concord and Ninth. The lighter green is Grasshopper, which has really been one of my very favorite colors. And then I believe the darker color is Artichoke, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And I like it too. So I'm actually just going to take my Simon Says Stamp ink in Pine. And we're going to add a little bit of shading to all of these pieces. To the darker pieces, we're definitely going to go in a little bit heavier. On the lighter, not quite so much. And it doesn't have to be super precise or anything like that. Just enough to give it a little bit of shading. It's going to add a ton of interest. Mitzi's still here doing great. Awesome. I am so in love with that boat, Michelle. It's so good. It's probably one of my favorites. In fact, I am kind of surprised, but that Christmas cocktail set is one of my favorites from this year. And I will say, I bought that one. I was not given that one from Spellbinders. I think they offered it, and I think I turned down that set to do samples with. And then I was working on something here a while back, and I was like, oh, I think I kind of want to use some pieces from that. So I ordered it, and then it sat. I think I maybe didn't use it, and now I can't quit using it. The greenery from it is amazing and can be used in lots of different ways. Everything in it. Everything. So it's kind of one of those breakout die sets for me that wasn't one that I thought I would use a lot. As it always is. I tend to do that. I'm like, I don't want that. Then I'm like, oh, you were wrong. Wrong again. Michelle says a bow is also sitting in my cart to purchase from Simon Says Stamp. It's going to be my one-stop for all the things you want. Nice. I love that. Don't forget, Simon Says Stamp. It's 20% off all Simon branded products today. There is a code, and if you click my link that's pinned up at the top there, I have a link with all of those codes. You can shop Simon Says Stamp for branded stuff for 25% off. So inks, refills, any of those great basics, card bases. Here's the things I bought. Card bases. A new sticky mat for my Misty to put in there. Because I need a backup. We've already determined that. What else did I get? I feel like I got some other... Oh, storage pockets. It was all boring stuff, but very necessary and needed. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and ink the poinsettia as well, and I'm going to take whatever was left on that brown brush because I really don't want to add a lot of color here. This is Alabaster Spellbinders Cardstock. Ivory would also be a good color, like from Simon Says Stamp. That's another thing, Simon Says Stamp cardstocks. And I'm going to add just a little bit so it's not super flat, especially since everything else has so much color to it. And let's put berries on. All of my berries are die cut from the Red Treasured Glittery Cardstock from Spellbinders today. So there's our little poinsettia. Let's go ahead and start adding berries to these. It would be so much quicker if I would only use a couple, but that's just not how I'm made. This is the extra channel we've talked about. And I love how this looks. So I love the little glitter on those green branches. Isn't that so fun? So let's do this for all of these. Okay, what I want to know, do you actually have a decorative mug collection? Are you a sucker for the seasonal mugs? I am, and I want to know about you guys. And if you are, what is a favorite seasonal mug that you have? I would love to know in the comments what's your favorite, and then how do you decorate with them? Tell me all the things. Do you drink out of them? Do you decorate with them? Both. Okay. And then in our poinsettia center, I'm going to use some brushed cardstock, and both layers, there's 2 layers for this, but I am doing the brushed gold for both, just for the texture. Michelle says, yes. Tabitha says, girl, you know I am. I love sending you mugs too. I know. Corolla, I'm a sucker for all seasonal mugs. Aren't those houses from the greetery just amazing? They so are. In fact, I'm kind of mad that I didn't place my order the other day. I kind of forgot. Guys, I have the Santa mugs and a ton of Ray done. Mugs, fantastic. Decorate and drink out of them. I love it. Let's see. Oh, that's going to be cute. Let's just pop that up so we're not sticking to my mat. These Glassboard Studio glass mats clean up like a dream too. I love mine. Okay, let's put this all together, shall we? We're going to need a little foam on the back. So I wanted to have that candy cane in the hand so that I could kind of see how much room I have to work with here. And I try to think of it just like I would when I'm decorating. So kind of how does it look good together? And once I have the base pieces down, that's when we can start adding in anything extra, greenery or any like little peppermints, etc. Anything extra that you want to add to this. Let's use some squares. I drink out of the Ray Dunn ones and display them on a mug stand that sits on my counter, Laura says. Oh, cute. Does anybody put like little trees in them or anything like that? Donna Marie, it's my mother's clear. Okay, I might have missed Donna's other. She has her mother's clear glass mug, which has a beautiful scene on it, and drinks my morning coffee with it. I love that. White Squirrel says, pink with a gingerbread man says, oh snap, must be the favorite. Oh, I love that. I have a candy cane mug with a lid that looks like whipped cream, and I just love it. Oh my gosh, you guys have cool ones. I love this. Wish I could see all of them. They are fun. Some of them I don't think are super conducive to actually drinking out of. But funny story, my daughter always tries the Pottery Barn reindeer one. I've had it for years, and they keep bringing it out year after year. But my daughter insists that she drinks out of it every Christmas, has since she lived at home. But the antlers hit you in the face. I don't know why she likes. I like using it for display, and she always drinks out of it, which kind of makes me giggle. All right. It's looking good. Okay, big elements always need to go first, and then we're going to work on anything small. So let me put my little peppermint piece on here, actually. Because I think at this point, our peppermint and poinsettia are our final 2 big items, and then everything else is really going to go around this. Getting a dry cough for about a week between flights says, ugh. My youngest has that. Yeah, I'm really hoping I don't end up with it. I have a penguin and a golden retriever with a Santa hat, Josie said. Going with the multicolor, and then Betsy talking about the houses. Oh, fun. Okay, so this peppermint is going, whoops, I should probably let the glue dry, is going to go over here on this side, kind of like so. We're going to put it about there, and then greenery is going to be tucked around it. So what I'm going to do is put a foam square on the back. And this is why I didn't put foam on the back of the handle on this one because there's going to be some other stuff going on. And then we're going to start kind of adding that in. Same thing for our poinsettia over here. This is going to kind of get tucked in, and then we're going to build our greenery around it. So just see where my center is going to go for that. Good gracious, I just fixed my Patreon. Oh, you just sent me a frantic emotional text, Christy. I can't hardly wait for the live to be over and to see what this frantic emotional text was. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I love it. Okay. So here's how we're looking. And now we get to do the fun finishing little elements and pieces. So I kind of want to see what I have, and then we're going to glue it down. Like over here, we're going to do 2 of these, kind of coming up out of there. We're going to put some greenery in the Santa hat. Got a couple of little leaves here, and I have a little berry trio. Oops, I have 2 berry trios. So I have one for these little, those little leaves are from the envelope, the Christmas envelope of wonder. These are going to be from the Christmas cocktails, the bigger ones. And we're going to really build out because this has a little bit more room over here. So we're going to build out, you know, a little extra. We're going to do a little, I think a little branch over here. Nope, maybe a bigger one like so. Whoops. Kind of want to lay everything out first to make sure. Oops, and I just realized I kind of covered up my greeting. Maybe I can adjust that. We'll fix it. Kind of like this. And maybe kind of like this. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's just glue it all down, shall we? So glad that, but didn't have that gingerbread house. Oh no. My brother has his mom's Santa mugs that spell Noel, but usually spell Leon. Okay, that's funny. I love it. I love it. Pink oval, is that the bow center? Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Thank you. I knew it would pop up eventually. I just have so many little pieces all over. I don't really know what that red thing is. It was probably trash, probably the center of something. We'll put it in my little craft catcher. Oh, I do have something else, but we'll tuck them in last. And it's all my sparkly marshmallows from my Merry Mug set. Boom, this looks magical, Michelle said. Isn't it fun? I don't know what it is, but I love building little scene cards. And I especially, like I said, I love the mix and match element of trying to make things go together that weren't necessarily, or definitely not made to be together, really. It's kind of my favorite thing. I'm going to tuck that. Whoops, totally got glue everywhere. Okay, that's stuck down a little further than I want. Let me just snip that end off. Get rid of that. Oh, thank you guys. I'm glad you like it. I was hoping this would be a fun day after Thanksgiving type project. I don't think I'm going to do the greenery here. I think I'm actually going to do it up here. Looking at that, I think that's going to balance a little bit better. So let me lift those up carefully. And I think a little foam square behind my berries is going to work. What we're going to do is we're going to tuck these little berries right there. Just popping in and kill me now because this is stunning. Haha, Tracy. Thank you and hello. Good to see you. Yeah, we're just having fun here on this Black Friday. Kind of fun. Great way to spend time together and all the things, right? Okay. I really wanted this to be underneath here, so behave and stay there. Let's do the little Santa hat next. It's not usually quick with me because I like all of the things. Well, thank you, Tracy. I'm glad you like it. So cute. Thanks, Teresa. Joy says, thanks for the pretty paper crafting as I dealt an annoying bookkeeping issue. Oh, I know. I'm so sorry. Those annoying bookkeeping issues are not my favorite. So I'm glad I could keep you company and maybe spread a little joy, a little holiday cheer. That's always my goal. That's what we do here on Fridays. Okay, I love the little holly leaves and stuff on the Santa hat. What do we think, Tabitha? Good? What's the consensus over there? Okay, I have to pop up. Luckily, it's just a foam square, so because I didn't realize I was covering up my sentiment, and this is a card after all, so we don't want to cover it up. Green really wakes it up. Yes, White Squirrel, 100%. One of my favorite things, and if I can impart anything, is greenery really adds to almost anything you're creating. In the fall leaves and fall greenery and all of that good stuff, and color matters. But to me, I think, as in actual decorating, adding greenery to things really makes a giant difference. And it really gives it more of that actual scene type of look. And I kind of go with the motto that more is more. But in this case, it works really nicely. Okay, I have lots of little marshmallows here. Look at that. Okay, let's look at this. How cute is this? So all I want to add now is I think I'm going to pop a couple of little marshmallows in a couple of places. Laura says, I have the houses cut in gingerbread colors too. You guys are all talking about the greetery. You're going to make me want to go over to the greetery. I just know it. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's put a couple of little sparkly marshmallows right here. Maybe. There we go. And I think we're going to try to do a trio of them right here. So, start with a foam square. Making mug scenes along with you today. Yay! Josie says, so hard to send away. Yes. Well, and you know, you can always use them for displays too on your own if you want to. If you want to keep them for yourself. No judgment here. Something sometimes I do with cards, not as much as I used to, but it is an idea. Sometimes I'll save them for a year or two just because I like looking at them. And then, you know, in a year or two, I'm ready to let them go live somewhere else. There we go. Okay, we're going to save this marshmallow because there are more mug cards coming. Now, it definitely needs a 5x7 base. I will do that off camera today. But I did want to show, here's the finished card. Look how cute. All gingerbread themed. and it just looks like an actual little scene that you would see on a shelf, doesn't it? So much fun. Nicole, what are the pine needles and berry greetery? Josie said. Those are from the Christmas cocktail set. Oh, here it is. So this is that set I was telling you. A lot of the things came from that today. So this is Christmas cocktails. It's made to go with this glass that is in a separate set somewhere. So you're getting the accessories. The Santa hat, the berry branches. I just put berries on that instead of the flowers. It does come with the flower die. Peppermint, the peppermint sticks, the bow, and my greenery all came from this set. Josie may have to keep a few for herself. That's a good idea. Yeah. And sometimes after a year, maybe even just a year, but a year or two goes by, you've made something else. And so it's okay to kind of let some of those other cards go. No work, but so worth it. Okay, so I said I'd give you a sneak peek of the one that will be in tomorrow's edited video. Here is the Santa version. These are both Spellbinders sets, the same waffle flower books, and a lot of the same elements. But you'll notice from that Christmas cocktail set, I used the little gingerbread because it looks like he's tucked into the mug. So just another way to use some of those little pieces. This is the wood plank from Simon Says Stamp. I will say I did not use it today because it did sell out. I hope they restock it. But if you have this already, it's not brand new. It's a great way to make it look like it's all sitting on a shelf. But this will all be out in the video tomorrow, so you can check that out. Patreon members got to see this already created live. But really, really cute. And again, same little bow over here that I used before because I just can't get enough. So here are the cards. Let me take myself off of here so that my little face bubble's not in the way. Love that one too. Oh, it's a wow. I'd frame that in a shadow box and keep it as a Christmas decor piece. Blonde Cards and Crafts said, oh, I love, love, love that. Question, am I only one that wishes would make a die with numerous pine needles or things we need multiples of? Oh my gosh, Josie, that's a great idea. I get what you mean. That would be nice if they would make a single die that die cuts mini. Some Pretty Pink Posh sets have dies that will cut like 2 at a time or something, but I like that idea. That's a really, really good idea. We need to tell people. All right. Did I miss anybody's questions? Let me know. If I missed anything, I definitely want to answer that while I am live. Okay, so before I see you next, Vlogmas is going to start. Now, Vlogmas I did last year. It's just a daily video, December 1st through the 25th. I will have like a little, I don't know, 30 to 45 minute usually video where I kind of take you through my day. There will be a little bit of everything, like what I do crafting wise. So there will be some stitching stuff. I shared a lot more of that last year than paper crafting, but this year I'm opening up the Spellbinders Advent box. So I'll be sharing that. I'll be sharing my December daily, and then stitching things and life things, and I'll share my home decor, and stuff just throughout the month. So it's a little bit of everything. It's something fun that you can put on in the background or while you're in your room crafting, or if you're a stitcher while you're stitching or quilting or whatever it is you're doing. So I will still be doing Friday lives throughout December. So I will have that schedule go up here probably even this afternoon, so you know what to expect. We have lots of fun things. December with Simon Says Stamp is coming. Super excited about that. So I'm pretty sure next Friday's live is scheduled to showcase some of those new products. So we'll have fun with that. And please stay tuned because the rest of this series, and again, it's just a short little series. I think it's only going to be like maybe 4 or maybe 5 videos. I need to kind of see how I broke that up over the next few days, which I'll be sharing. So just some other fun mug ideas. Okay. Yeah, me walking the dogs. Sometimes I do that. I share that too. All the fun things. Okay. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. Very thankful for all of you this year and always. And have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you guys all next Friday here for Paper Crafting Live. And if you're a stitcher, come join me tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly love sharing creativity with this amazing community of crafters. A special thank you goes out to my wonderful Patreon members. I appreciate you all so much. If you'd like to join us on Patreon, you'll find the link in the video description below. Patreon is a private community where you can support more of what I do and enjoy exclusive content, behind the scenes updates, and extra perks. There's something for everyone, and we'd love to have you join our growing community. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, click that like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.